Dark Shadows, number 16, VTR 11667, Air 12367, take one.
My name is Victoria Winters. After a night of mysterious events and unexplainable visitations, morning comes to Collinwood with a guise of innocence that will soon be shattered by disturbing news.
David. David. David, it's time to wake up.
Oh, good morning, Aunt Elizabeth.
Good morning. My, what a sleepyhead you are.
Why? Is it very late?
No, it's not very late, but it's time you were up and around. It's a beautiful day.
To tell the truth, I didn't get to sleep for a long time.
What was the matter? Were you upset about not having your painting anymore?
Yes,
Believe me, David, it's for the best.
but it was my painting.
We'll get you another one.
Oh, it doesn't make any difference. I cried, and I cried an awful lot.
Oh, I'm sorry, darling.
But then when my mother came,
Your mother?
yes, she came and visited me.
Well, she couldn't have, David. You must have dreamed it.
It was no dream. She was real. Here.
Your mother couldn't have been here last night.
She was. It wasn't a dream. Honest. I can prove it, too. By this. It's her handkerchief.
Yes, it is. Where did you get this?
My mother gave it to me.
Are you sure it was last night?
Yes. Here. She was here. Honest.
All right, David, I believe you. When? About what time?
Well, it was right after I found out about them taking away my picture. I was alone, and boy, I felt awful.
How was your mother?
What do you mean?
As in your dream? Did she frighten you?
Not at all.
Oh, I'm glad of that.
She was very nice.
That's good.
It was sort of like my dream. Not the ones I've had after she's come here, but the ones I had before, when I dreamed what it would be like when she did come here. I didn't see her come in. I woke up and there she was.
Did it startle you?
Well, yes, thinking it was a dream and everything. But she was nice. She made me feel better. But she was really here.
I'm glad she was nice to you. And now, David, time for you to get out of bed. Time to rise and shine.
Boy, now I know how silly I was when I didn't like her.
Well, sometimes bad dreams make us do strange things. Things we don't want to do at all. What are you going to wear today?
What's over there on the chair? Oh, I guess Miss Winters didn't put it out.
Well, aren't you forgetting something?
Not that I can think of.
The operation of getting washed?
Why?
It's habit.
Okay. You know, I don't understand grown-ups. 1 minute they're telling you to start a habit, and then the very same exact minute, you've got to break one.
Well, I'm glad to see you cheerful again.
You've got to thank my mother for that.
That's what I intend to do.
She made me feel good. Only,
Only what? Did something happen you haven't told me about?
well, nothing happened. It's something we talked about. Or not talked about, said. No, we just talked about me going away with her, together. Just the two of us.
I see.
What did she mean?
I don't know.
Is it true?
Well, perhaps she meant she'd take you on a vacation someday.
Not someday. Sooner than that.
David,
Yes.
would you like to go away with your mother?
I don't know. I haven't thought about it. Maybe.
I won't have it. You understand, Roger? I simply will not have it.
Oh, really, Liz? All this anguish at breakfast. It can't be good for the digestion.
Roger, can't you ever think of anything but yourself?
Well, darling, when you get right down to it, what else is there?
Your son.
Oh, yes. Well, I'm sure things will be a lot easier when he goes away with his mother. Yes, I'll think of David often. I'll recall him fondly, from a distance.
I'm sure you're only trying to be clever, and I don't think you'll get that opportunity.
Well, I don't think you have anything to say about the matter. After all, Laura and I are the boy's parents.
I told Laura I didn't want her to see David.
Oh, Liz, you really think you can still run the world? Sadly, it's your problem, not ours, but you can't, you know.
While you're living under this roof, you'll respect my wishes.
Things can always change.
Be careful, Roger. Please don't push me so that I'm forced to ask you to leave this house.
Remember, if you send me away, you lose David. He goes with me.
If you let Laura have him, he goes anyway.
But, Liz, if David really wants to be with Laura, if it makes him happy, isn't that the best thing for him?
If he genuinely wants to go with her, and if she proves to me that she's capable of taking care of him, yes.
But then you wouldn't stand in his way.
No, I suppose not.
Well, that's all I wanted to know.
What's all you want to know, Uncle?
Oh, the latest recipe for a witch's brew. You know what a gourmet I am.
Uh-huh. If it's an expensive habit, you have it.
Morning, Mother.
Morning, dear.
Well, I better be off. I have a million things to do.
You only have one thing to do, and you know what it is.
Good morning, ladies.
What was that all about?
Oh, just Roger playing one of his games with me.
Have you seen David this morning?
Yes, he's upstairs dressing.
How is he?
Seemed happy as a lark.
Oh, that's strange.
Why do you say that?
Well, after that picture being burned up, I'd have thought he'd be miserable. He had that ghoulish attachment to it.
Picture may have been ghoulish, but I don't think his attachment for it was. After all, it was a picture of his mother.
Some mother she is.
Carolyn, I will not have you talking that way about Laura. She's still your aunt and your elder.
Not by that much. We seem to enjoy the same playmates.
What do you mean by that cryptic remark?
Nothing. Skip it.
No, tell me.
Very well. My favorite playmate was Bert Devlin.
Was. Glad to see you're being sensible.
No, I'm not the one who's being sensible. He is.
Well, I'm glad he's capable of it.
Oh, he's capable of many things. Like finding a new playmate. I'm referring, of course, to dear, sweet Aunt Laura.
What?
Once a playmate, always a playmate.
Carolyn, I insist that you tell me everything you know about Laura and Burke. I'm waiting, Carolyn. Tell me what you know about Laura and Burke.
It's no secret that he wanted to marry her before Uncle Roger did.
I wish he had.
It's also no secret that he hates his family.
That didn't stop him from seeing you whenever he could,
Yes, I thought I was the one great exception.
weren't you?
No. He was just using me the way he uses everybody. You once told me that Burke was out to destroy this family. I didn't believe you. I thought you were exaggerating.
And now I take it you don't think that.
No. He doesn't see me anymore because he's found somebody else who'll be even more helpful to him in that purpose. Laura.
Oh, I doubt whether she'll be very helpful to him. Laura knows what she wants. Custody of David. She can only get that if she's in our good graces. Surely she knows that if she sees Burke, she'll alienate us.
You talk as if Laura were a normal, well-balanced woman. Normal, well-balanced women are not committed to insane asylums.
Laura had a breakdown. That was some time ago. She's all right now.
A person who breaks down once can break down again.
Laura's a little headstrong, but I'm quite certain she isn't even slightly insane.
All right. Have it your way. She's perfectly sane. Her feeling for Burke is a normal, healthy passion. A woman experiencing that will do almost anything for the man involved. What would Burke most want her to do?
You're forgetting about David. She wants him. And Mother loves a strong emotion.
After all these years, where did it suddenly come from? Why did she never make any attempt to communicate with David, even when she was getting well?
Because she knew he wouldn't like it.
Well, if that would stop her, it's kind of a weak mother love. When she suddenly appeared, without telling anyone she was coming back, why was Burke one of the first people to speak with her?
I don't know.
After everything we've put her through, how fond do you think she is of Uncle Roger? Of any of us? Do you think she would be above wanting to hurt us? Do you think it might not even be considered normal for her to want to?
I suppose it could.
What would be the best way for Laura and Burke to hurt us?
Through David. The last of the Collins. The one hope of our name being carried on. Oh, Carolyn. David.
Yes, Mother. David.
Laura must go. She must leave here immediately.
Come in.
Hello, David.
Hello, Father.
Well, I just thought I'd stop by and have a little chat with you, son.
What about?
Well, it so happens that you've done something to please me for a change.
I have?
Yes.
I can't think of what that could be.
Well, it seems that you had a visitor last night.
If my mother wants to see me, I can't help it. You wouldn't want me to be rude, would you?
David, I don't mind your seeing your mother.
You don't?
Well, of course not. I'm very glad that you're beginning to enjoy your mother's company.
You are?
Yes, I am. I think it's very good for you, David. I think it's very good indeed. There are some things that only a mother can give a boy. Aunts and governesses are no substitute. In fact, one could say that it's even better for a little boy to be with his mother than with his father.
You could?
No, David, I didn't say I could. I said one could. I really must speak to Vicky about your syntax.
My what?
Oh, never mind. And also, it's very good for your mother to be with you. She needs you. Her life hasn't been very easy.
It hasn't?
Oh, David, I wish you would stop asking me these two-word questions. You're doing it only to irritate me. I'm trying to have a man-to-man talk with you, boy. And all I'm trying to say is that I'd like you to get to know your mother a little closer. And I think you'd like that, too.
I think so.
You might even take a trip with her.
She did mention something about a trip.
Yes, that would be jolly. You'd have a wonderful time.
I guess it would be all right.
Of course it would. That's what you really want. You just keep thinking of that. And you might mention it to your Aunt Liz. You know, David, when you want to, you can be a very intelligent little fella.
Come in.
Hello, David. I hope I'm not disturbing you.
No. I'm having so many visitors today. I don't know how you can expect a guy to study with all these interruptions.
Yes, I can see how hard you've been studying.
Secret?
Secret.
That's good.
I was sorry to hear about your picture.
Oh, it's all right. Doesn't matter anymore.
Doesn't? I thought you were so fond of it.
That was before, not now.
It's a certainly fast turnabout.
With my real mother around, I mean, who needs a picture?
Your real mother was around before you had the picture and you didn't feel that way.
Well, that was different.
You were even frightened of her.
Not of her, of my dreams. But I don't have those dreams anymore. Now I know how much I like her, and that I was so stupid before.
David, I wouldn't get too attached to her if I were you.
Why not?
Because she might have to go away again.
Well, if she went away, she'd take me.
How do you know?
She said so.
Your father might not permit that.
He will. He said he will.
All right, David. Calm down.
You don't like my mother, do you?
Well, of course I do. It's just that I'd hate to see you leave us. I thought you were happy here. I thought you loved us.
I do.
Then why do you want to go away from us?
I wouldn't be forever.
If
Just
you
a
go
little.
with your mother, it would be.
I don't understand. Everybody's telling me to go and to stay. I don't understand.
I'm sorry, David. It's just that we want what's best for you. We want you to be happy. You do whatever you want to do most. If it's what you want, it's what we want. I'll see you later.
You're dead? You're dead?
Soup.
Hi, Uncle Roger. How are you doing?
Hi, kitten. Just finishing up my puzzle, thank you.
Which one?
Well, a crossword puzzle.
That puzzle.
Well, what puzzle did you have in mind?
One much closer to you.
Well, the crossword puzzle's on my lap. What could be closer?
The puzzle of Burke Devlin and your wife.
Well, that's no puzzle at all. Burke has been trying to use Laura, and I've put a stop to it.
Have you really? Burke doesn't seem to be aware of that fact.
Now, the degree of Mr. Devlin's sense of awareness couldn't interest me less. As long as Laura is my wife and wants David, she'll do what I say until after the divorce.
What about after the divorce? Laura will have David. Burke will have her. And what'll you have, Uncle Roger?
You don't know what you're talking about.
Don't I? She and Burke had a thing for each other before she married you. Burke still feels the same way, and Laura hasn't done anything to discourage that feeling.
Well, we'll see about that. I'll take care of that kitten. I'll put a stop to it. You just watch.
I'll be watching, Uncle dear. You can bet on that. I'll be watching.
Follow the story of Peyton Place every Monday and Tuesday night in color at 9:30, 8:30 Central Time here on ABC. Dark Shadows is a Dan Curtis production.